Hey guys, it's Bobby. Today, I wanted to talk about legacy. So two things over the past week have really gotten me thinking about the word legacy, and so I just kind of wanted to break those things down and just kind of share what I've been thinking about for this past week. Now, the first thing that got me really thinking about legacy was that I had the honor of attending Teresa Brown's funeral. Now, if you don't know who Teresa Brown is, she is the wife of Dr. Joe B. Brown, who was the former pastor of Hickory Grove Baptist Church. I used to attend this church throughout elementary and middle school, and I remember being at the church when Dr. Brown was there, and Teresa Brown has impacted my life indirectly, but in a very tremendous way. So I don't believe I ever actually had a conversation with her, which makes me sad because I know from the stories that everyone tells that she was a fantastic and amazing person. However, it doesn't even matter that I didn't have a conversation with her because she still impacted my life in a very tremendous way because of the legacy that she herself has left behind, which so many people were talking about at the funeral. So getting into more talks of legacy, her legacy is a great one. She was the First Lady of Hickory Grove Baptist Church. She helped co-found Narrowway Productions, which is a Christian theater in South Carolina. She has helped found orphanages in India. She had Big Mama's Attic, a tool that she used to help witness to children all over. It was actually really amazing. I actually got to sit in on one of the performances that they used to do, even though I was well above the age because we had to take my brother to his first time going, and I see the impact that she had on so many people. Not only did she do all of those things, she was also an author, a speaker, a singer, an actor, just so many things, and the impact that she had on so many people you could see just by talking to some of the people that were there last Wednesday. Now, I think the way that Teresa Brown most impacted my life personally was through the most important part of her legacy, which was her family, specifically her grandchildren. Now, even though I never talked to her personally, her grandchildren are a completely different story. Her granddaughters, Maggie and Abigail, are some of my best friends, and I have talked to them about a large number of things, and they've really been there for me, and they've helped me through a lot of things that just other people just don't know about. I've known them ever since middle school. We used to do a thing called CIA together, which was Christ in Action, and it was a theater and choir group at Hickory Grove Baptist Church when I used to go there, and I got to know them through that. And then when I got into high school, they also went to the same high school as me, which is Hickory Grove Christian School, which is the school that went with the church. And so we all got to know each other through theater. I became friends with Maggie quicker than I became friends with Abigail, even though Abigail has always been in the same grade as me, and I'm not exactly sure why that was, but I think it's just because Abigail is a lot quieter than Maggie most of the time, and so it took a while to crack that shell. But over the past couple months, I've become closer to Abigail than I have before, and it's just really been amazing, especially with knowing what they've been going through. They've been watching their grandmother go through something that no one should ever have to go through, which was battling with cancer. And so I've tried to show support when I can, and it's always interesting when someone's been helping you through something, you can turn around and try to encourage them, but also just kind of be there, because at the end of the day you can only do but so much for people, and you kind of just have to pray and be there when you can. And that's kind of what I've tried to do for them, and I just want them to know that they've impacted my life tremendously, and to me they are the biggest part of their grandmother's legacy, and I know how great of a woman that their grandmother was by how she raised their mother and how their mother raised them. And it's just very touching to be able to have friends that close that can help you through things, and I just want them to know that I love them and that I'm there if you need anything, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So the second thing that got me thinking about legacy over the last week was actually the show Hamilton. Now, that show is primarily about legacy. It's literally about Alexander Hamilton's legacy and him working so hard on so many things, and the last song is literally about who lives, who dies, and who tells your story. And there's a line in Hamilton that revolves primarily around legacy, and it is right before, if you don't know the story of Hamilton, pretty much he dies by getting in a duel with Aaron Burr, and Aaron Burr shoots him when Alexander Hamilton chooses to shoot at the sky rather than at Aaron Burr. And in the show, they kind of freeze time and let Hamilton have this like minute and a half of just like his like final thoughts, everything that's going through his head right before the bullet hits him. And one of the lines has really stuck with me. The line is, "What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you may never get to see." And that's a really important line, because looking at Teresa Brown's legacy, she's talked to so many people, she's impacted so many people. Like, she probably couldn't even put a number on the people that she's talked to, whose lives she's changed, and all of these things. Yet, that legacy is there, and she's most certainly planted seeds in gardens she may never get to see, because even though she's gone, lives are still being touched, because I'm a living testament through her grandchildren. And that just got me thinking about my life in general and how I have always wanted to impact people. I'm a very like big people person. I'll talk to whoever. Typically I'll go out of my way for people, even if I've like just met you, just to make sure you're okay, and like whatever I can do to help you, I will. And my big thing has always been, I just want to show God's love to everyone, and I want to make my legacy something impactful to other people that I leave behind. And I think Teresa Brown has really shown the perfect example of how to do that. She was a good wife, she was a good mother, she was a good grandmother, she was a good author, a good speaker, a good singer, a good actor, a good like disciple of the gospel. She so many different things, and I think she's really shown how to lead a Christian life and how to truly leave an amazing legacy. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul, it is well with my soul, it is well with my soul. Trial should come, let this blessed assurance control, that Christ has regarded my helpless estate, and has shed his own blood for my soul. My sin, oh the bliss of the glorious thought, my sin not in part but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, oh my soul, it is well with 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 my soul. Okay, so the song suggestion for this week is a song that has really just been impacting me over the past like week. So Hickory Grove's giant choir, like a bunch of people, they sung this song at her funeral last Wednesday, and it has literally been on repeat, like no joke, since last Wednesday. Like when I left the church last Wednesday at like 9 o'clock, I found the song on Spotify, like the best recording possible, and then I played that song the rest of the time I was in the car for the rest of the night. Like, it just impacted me like so much, and the song is called Thou O Lord. Hickory Grove sung this song, and I don't think I'd ever heard this song in full. I'd heard like maybe part of one of the choruses, but I never heard the whole song in full. And when I heard like the ending, and when we got like halfway through, I was like, oh, this is it. We like going to church. Like it is actually amazing. It's just so full, and I really want to cover this song. So hopefully, if things go right, I can record this song, and yeah, it's gonna be a large collab, but I absolutely love this song, so I suggest that you go listen to the song. There's a link in the description below. I forget the name of the church that I've been listening to like perform this song, because it's like a song that just all kinds of people sing, but there's a specific link for the best version that I found on Spotify and YouTube and yada yada yada. It's amazing. You need to go listen to that song, because it is an amazing song, and it just uplifts your spirit, and I love it. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of KERNS Korner. We've talked a little bit about legacy, we've sung one of my favorite hymns, and we've given you a very amazing song suggestion. If you liked what you got in this episode, make sure you like and comment below, and share this video with everyone. Don't forget that God loves you, and so do I. I'll see you next time.